Hey, good morning, everybody. Sorry for that crazy dramatic music and video, but I think that's kind of a fun way to get things started. Gets me a little pumped up, a little energized, and maybe it's the Red Bull too. I don't know. Anyway, welcome. Good morning. Is it Wednesday already? I've lost all track of time. Lots and lots of new things here on the channel you may have noticed. In that little intro video we did, I actually swapped out my headshot. And we've got a little logo down there in the corner. Lots of little things, like little nuances that just make it a little cooler, a little more official, little fun. Karthik, it will most certainly be a sticker at some point. I also have some colored versions of it that I'm playing with, and so that's gonna be a thing too. We're gonna do a little branding, little fun. So happy Hump Day to everyone. Happy Wednesday. And here we are. So yesterday, just as I said in the description, yesterday was great. We got a lot of cool stuff done, but we also ran into a wall with the last thing. Oh, Karthik, being in India, maybe that's not a term. I thought that was kind of universal. So Hump Day, if you imagine the week is a peak from low to low, we're over the hump of the week. We're getting over the middle of the week. That is Hump Day. So that is apparently just an American term, but that is what Hump Day means. Lots of people think it may mean other things. There it is. Chris must be here. Welcome, Chris. But that's all it means. It's just if you imagine the week is an arc, then Wednesday is the hump of that arc, and happy Hump Day to everybody. So we ran into some issues with some code yesterday where we were ending with some circular references that I wasn't expecting, and we didn't exactly make it work. Trade last, we got to figure out a way to get you some play on music. I need you to find me 5 seconds of anything. It can be a sound effect, a movie quote, music, whatever it is. But when you show up each time, your first message can trigger some music. And I would love for you to have some music of your own. So we call it walk-on music here, and I'd love for you to have some. So find a 5-second clip, send me a DM, let me know what you want. I can do all the trimming and all that. Just the best thing to do is just say, hey, I'd love this bit of sound from this YouTube video. That's usually the best. That's an important decision. You can always change it out too. If you guys change your minds and you want something else later, we can do that. Let's see. What did I miss? I feel like there's a thing I missed. Jeff signature. I find that cool too. There's no semicolon in the logo, and actually I need to turn this off. I use this for the Alexa stuff, but I don't need my name on there. Welcome everybody. This is a fun morning. We got a good conversation already. Everybody's here, and we're doing the things. So it's time to build. It's time to think about how we're going to solve this issue that we faced yesterday, which is I wanted to build a question builder function. Basically, as we're building this Alexa trivia game, there's lots of times where we need to construct all of the audio, the speech, the sound effects, all the things. We need to push them all together into one, basically a string of characters that is the entire question. And so my goal yesterday, well, it wasn't my goal. It was something we added on after we'd gotten all of our goals met yesterday, was to build a function that can handle that can just take the pieces that we want, go and construct and assemble everything that we need, and then produce for us that return question. So we didn't do a very good job of that. Now, that's a very interesting poll. So I have my poll running right now. I think that's what I'm going to do each day is I'll start our stream with a short poll, and I asked people if they are on Clubhouse, and literally all of you have said, what is Clubhouse? Rick Bosch, welcome. So is Clubhouse just Parler for Democrats? No. No, Clubhouse is a very interesting thing. So it's basically free-form audio meetings. Maybe live podcasts is another way to think about it. But it's basically a place where you can go find rooms, and there's lots of people having their own little Clubhouse rooms where you can talk. But it's audio only. It's audio group chat. Gold Zulu put it a good way. And the idea behind it is that people are getting together and just talking about stuff. Discord audio channels is a good example too. I've been on it for 3 days now. I haven't done a lot, but it's interesting to me, especially because of how much I care about voice. And it seems like a really interesting perspective because you can jump in and out of rooms whenever you feel like it, and you can talk to people, and you can engage with people that have expertise on things that you may not. But it's kind of open and fun. It's a little Wild Westy. You can just jump in. Like I was listening to Gary Vaynerchuk this morning talk about some things. But it's kind of like live podcasting. That's the way I think of it. Because some people will create a room because they have an agenda. Other people will just open a room because they hope to chat with people. And so I may do that later today, is just kick open a room and I'll get some work done. But if people want to jump in and chat, they can do that. The catch is you need an invitation right now. They're rolling it out slowly. And each person only gets 2 invites. So I've already spent my 2 invites, so I can't send any of you an invite. But if you know anyone that's on Clubhouse, I think this is going to be an interesting pivot on the world of voice.
Why are you following me?
Soulchecks, thank you for the follow. Welcome. It's interesting to me because there's so much need to do all the things, right? There's so much need to. I'm going to drink a little water for Soulchecks as well. There's so much need to do all the things, right? Here, I'm here standing here doing video and audio and all sorts of nonsense special effects and sharing screens and all that. But I think we sometimes overlook the value of just a good phone call or good conversation. And these aren't one-to-one, right? You can have multiple people all in these things at once. You can also just watch or listen. So I'm very intrigued by Clubhouse. I don't know that it's the end-all be-all of things, but I think it's an interesting concept in scaling back what we do to just a couple of interesting things. And with them, it just happens to be voice conversations. So see where it goes. And I would love to meet all of you on there. So if you could find somebody that can get you an invite, then let's find a way to connect on there. I'm Jeff Blankenberg, like everywhere, but I would love to. I'd love to be able to chat with all of you on a regular basis. And I suppose we could do that in Discord also. If you guys don't know, there is a Discord for this channel. It's not crazy active, but there's conversation each day. And if you'd like to be a part of that, right below the video, there should be a link to the Discord. You can find it there. Okay, so time to get into some coding. Time to do the coding thing. So we'll jump to this view, and in this we have this file that we really battled with yesterday. So I'm going to take some liberties with I'm going to take some liberties with commenting some things out, because what I want to do is get us back to a place where it's acceptable to even have this file in our application. And right now it is not. So we'll take all of that. We'll take this, and we're back to where we know this works. So I'm also going to bring this file back here. So having the file itself is not the problem. And we'll leave that out too. So having the file in existence isn't the issue. It starts to be a problem with what the errors are telling me is a circular reference, but I don't really know why, and it's not clear to me. So we're gonna dig a little deeper on this, and we're gonna defeat this. We're gonna win. We're gonna emerge victorious. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but at some point. So also, it should be noted that I can only be here for about the first hour today. And I've got some other things that I have to do this morning. I have a presentation I have to give a little later this morning. So I will be done here by 11 today, 11 Eastern. So Tradelast says, based on his experience with Clubhouse references, he thinks it's reaching Metcalfe's law tipping point. Very, very likely. I think we're gonna see it start to explode, but they're limited, right? They're only on iPhone, and you have to have an invite to get in. So it's a very slow growth platform, but I'm hearing more and more about it every day. So it's clearly something people are checking out. Okay, so let's get this running, just to make sure that everything's working. Get our debugger started. Now we can come over here and jump into this, and we'll refresh this just to get a nice fresh start. And let's start our game. I think that those exclusive invites certainly don't help or don't hurt the virality of it, because now it's like,
Welcome to TKO Trivia, the trivia game show where you answer difficult questions and win nothing.
I didn't even want to do it, but now that I can't, I really want to, right? I think there's a lot of that. All right, so we want to let's take a look before I try to do this. If we look at our question intent, yeah, question intent, we are. Oh, this is where a question should be. So I'm not even calling that function right now. So let's take that just as is, and we'll just ask for a question just to make sure that everything is working. Give me a sports question. Should say this is where a question should be.
This is where a question should be.
Perfect. Okay, so that's working. Our next step, as we slowly add functionality in, is that we'll take this piece out and we'll add in our call here. There it is. There it is. Welcome, Corey Haynes. Welcome, Jan Blank. All right, let's see. So we have our build question function. Let's do that. Let's get that thing to go. So now if I say, give me a sports question, it should say, hi, Jeff. So that way we know we're actually getting directly into our function. Get me a sports question.
It appears our trivia questions are better than our programmers.
That didn't land.
Something just broke. I'm so sorry about that. You could start a quiz or ask for a question. What should I do?
Helper.buildQuestion is not a function. You're a liar. Except if I didn't export it. Well, that might be it. Maybe you're not a liar. I'm so sorry. Please don't hate me. Let's try it again. Give me a sports question. Hi, Jeff. Maybe. It's taking an awfully long time to respond. What are we doing? What's happening here? What's going on? Why aren't we responding? This is one of those things where just like the pipeline gets clogged because there's no error here. That's where we started the service. That's where my request came in. This is my response, but somehow the simulator is not seeing it. Okay. Let's restart the service. Get back here.
This is TKO Trivia.
No way.
If you thought Jeopardy was challenging,
Greg,
you're in for a treat.
Don't be a liar. Don't be a liar. Don't be a liar. Did I get one? Oh my God. I need that invite so badly. I feel like you're lying to me. Let's go see if it's available. I mean, I will literally buy it right now. Well, I didn't need an invite, but check this out. There is a pre-order now button. I'm buying a white one right now. You guys should all do this. You guys should all do it. It's nothing like showing my credit card information to you guys. That sounds like a bad idea. I'm going to flip off for just a second here. This is the new Echo Show. It has a rotating screen. I'll show you guys a video of it in just a second. But I was going to use this payment method. Release day, February 25th. That's my daughter's birthday. Place your order. All right, that is done. That has happened, Greg. That is some exciting news, man. Exciting, exciting. So here we'll take a look at what this thing is since people are curious.
Alexa, call Dad.
Happy birthday, happy baby girl.
Did you get it? Did you get it?
Believe it, you will love it.
Alexa, show me cupcake recipes from Food Network. 1.5 cups of graham crackers. Alexa, show me the front door. Alexa, play Mrs. Maisel on Prime Video.
You're weird ass. Here's what? The thing I asked you on your contract. Get out and keep my answer is
So there you go. That is the Echo Show 10, which apparently is now available for pre-order. Whew, exciting. I feel like I need to tweet that out. Let's do that too. Do I have a Twitter window open? I don't. You were waiting for the new Echo Show 10. Oh, Greg already did? But you posted a YouTube video, not the link to the buy. I will retweet you also. Today, your day. It's available for pre-order. Oh. Here we go. Tweet. And then I'll retweet Greg. Awesome. That is super exciting. So the idea behind that device is that and it's optional, but you can choose to have it follow you so that the screen is pointing at you regardless of where you are. Pretty cool, but it's obviously a very nice speaker, and like it's got all the bells and whistles, but it's also got that that rotating screen as well. Okay, back to here, back to code. So we're back to build question, and it didn't reply to me because of reasons. So let's see if I say give me a sports. It should say hi Jeff. Like this should just be happening.
Hi, Jeff.
There we go. Nice, Gold Zulu. Get after it, man. Congratulations. All right, so I'm getting to the hi, Jeff. Now is where we start to get into trouble. So we should be able to do this. And then we should be able to bring this line in, but not entirely. So what I want to do is, how can I best do this? Oh, copy that, and we'll just put the full thing here, and then I can chop this up. So we'll add pieces back in as we have them. So there's our category introduction, which we don't have yet, but we do have sound effect. All of this should be able to work. We should be able to get this to function. So this should now play a sound effect when we say build question. I don't see any reason why this won't work. We're not making any data calls. We're just referring to a URL for a file. So I think this should work nicely. So if I say, give me a science question, we should hear a bubbling sound. Nice. And if I say, give me a sports question, I should hear the baseball and then the crowd roar. Cool. So those pieces are working. So the file itself, good. We're good here. Where we start to run into issues, and I'll add in hold timer. We can bring that one back. This also doesn't have any effect on anything. So hold timer. We're just going to slowly introduce this stuff, but I know it has a lot to do. The issue that we had yesterday, when we start trying to talk to the database is when we tend to run into issues, and I'm not sure how to solve this, but we will get there. And if Corey Haynes is still around, maybe he has some insight as to what it is I might be doing wrong, because it seems like this should work. So now we should get my sound effect, and then we should get the waiting music. There's my waiting music. So the 15 seconds of waiting music. That's great. Okay, can we do anything else? I guess we could also do our question itself. The question speech comes after sound effect, but before hold timer. And then the other two pieces of these are trips to the database. Yeah, I'm with you, Corey. I think this is a nice way to assemble this stuff. Okay, let's do this one more time. We'll actually put our question in the middle now. Give me a sports question. I didn't get my question. Why didn't I get my question? There is a question. Question.fields.voice question. That should have worked. Maybe I didn't restart the service. Maybe it was cached. Seems like it should work. I don't think there's any reason why I would not expect that to work.
What rap song did the Chicago Bears record before their appearance in Super Bowl 20?
This is working. So we have our intro category audio. We have our short audio at the end, which is the 15 seconds, and then we have the question in the middle. And I've got to fix that. record. Because if I put that word together, it treats it as record, which is not great. But there are better ways to do that than that. So, okay, so now we're venturing into trouble times. So let's see if we can just get a locale first. So we'll just say const locale. And in here, we're going to say, we're inside helper already. So I feel like this should be just fine. I should be able to just say get locale handler input. That feels like a thing that should work every time. So we load that all up. We're good to go. We ask for a sports question, and we're going to get like a womp womp. No?
What NFL team is named after a poem?
Well, I didn't change anything. We're still at the same place we were yesterday. Okay, so it appears that that one's not the issue. Next step. Let's get our category introduction. This is going to be where the world falls down. So if I would do this the way I think I should do it, I would take data and I would import that. And then I would say await data.getRandomSpeech, where I pass in data.speechtypes. Now, data.speechtypes.category intro. And since we have our locale separated out, I can do this here. I'll just do locale. And we replace the category name in that speech. So down here, I should be able to add category introduction like that. This calls out to my database. We get the thing. We do a replace on it, and we're all good. That's how it's supposed to work. But anyway, that is probably going to fail because it's going to tell me I have a circular reference. And I really don't understand why it considers that a circular reference. But here we go.
Whoops.
Yeah.
It looks like one of our programmers broke something. I will let them know and have them fix it as soon as possible.
So when
In the meantime, would you like to ask for a random question or start a new quiz?
So you can see here that I am referring to data.getRandomSpeech, which is referring to this module data. Now this exists, right? This is a thing, but it doesn't seem to actually be working, and I don't know why. I mean, this is how I do it everywhere. If I look at the question intent, here we go. It's right there, and that's from inside the handlers folder. Let's look at these folders for a moment. So inside the handlers folder, I would refer to the data module as //data. So it seems like if I'm in the helper folder, which is what this is, if I'm in the helper folder and I'm looking at my file, which is, oh my gosh. No, it's right here. So BuildQuestion is my file. It's inside the helper folder. That should have the same reference depth to data, /data. Accessing non-existent property getRandomSpeech of module exports inside circular dependency. I think I'm getting it now. If I say getRandomSpeech, this is why. I wonder. I think that's why, because I'm bringing a file in that also brings that file in. I mean, this could be the issue. I don't actually know that this is the issue, but this could be. So yeah, I mean, I can see that, but as I bring in data, so if I don't bring that, so let's not bring this in. Let's bring get random speech. Yep. But if I bring them in this way, so I'm only bringing in get random speech and speech types. Speech types should be fine because it doesn't have anything in it. Like it doesn't bring anything else. It's just itself. So I feel like speech type should be fine. It's the get random speech function that has helper inside of it. So when I look at question intent, I bring in helper and I bring in data. This is always fine. And inside question intent, I then call somewhere helper.buildQuestion. So build question, let's take our step back. We have helper here. So helper is included at the top of this file. Data and helper are. So I then call this build question function where I need access to similar functions. I mean, my option is just to get that data here and then have the build question function just use the values that I've already received. Data is kind of my, well, yeah, that's true. I mean, I think the data level modules are my translation layer between my application and my database. So anything that communicates with the database lives in data. The things that live in helper up until this point have been things that are local and static. They simplify a task for me. But what I'm trying to do with this one is more than that, and I think that's probably where I'm running into issues. So if build question doesn't do category introduction and doesn't do answer prompt, but just receives them, then it would work just fine, I'll bet, because I wouldn't need this at all. Let's move in that direction. So this piece here, build question, is still fine. But what we're going to do is take this line, this category introduction, out of here and bring it into the question intent. So now I am getting category introduction as a value inside my question intent. These are the pieces that I need to assemble this statement. And then the answer prompt will do the same thing. Question intent here. Again, we're calling out to the database to get our random speech. I got to put a data on top of that. And here. And this becomes helper.locale. Now that we have all of our values, we should be able to just say build question, but we're going to have to pass those other two values in. So the first one is category introduction. The other one is answer prompt. By doing that, we expand our signature here. And then by just passing those through, we don't really need to do anything with them, but we can put answer prompt here on the end. But this still keeps all the logic for building. Don't need that. for building and assembling questions in one place, which I like. Okay. So now if I look at question intent, I'm getting all the pieces that I need, all of these awaits to go get that data. We'll eventually assemble these into a singular await. We have all the data that we need. Let's see. Just by taking all of that data access stuff out of my helper function, that might just do it.
Here is a question from the sports and games category. What NBA player holds the record for scoring in a single game with 100 points?
Yeah, that would be another option, Corey. It's just to pass data.
Okay.
Pass it through.
What is your answer?
But we're working for now. I don't know that I necessarily want. I mean, I think the intention is that I don't really care what this answer prompt is. I don't care what this category introduction is. I just need to tell it what category I have so it can put the right name in there. I don't care what answer prompt I get. So let's try that. What if we take these off and pass data through, as Corey is suggesting, and then take these two values back in. We'll just comment them out and copy them for now. And we can do this. And then this becomes data. And then data.getRandomSpeech. Still doesn't really seem to recognize that, but I think that's just the injection part. It doesn't know yet. So this is going to go away. So I suppose I could pass helper through too, but that's fine. I have the getLocale function at the top. Let's go. Let's learn something new. Give me a sports question. Maybe. We didn't get an error. I hate this. Okay. I feel like we already made a ton of progress, though. We were at a wall yesterday, so this feels better. Let's open this up. Open Jeff's trivia game.
This is TKO Trivia.
Give me a science question.
Here is a question from the science category.
That was the piece
What substance
that we could have used yesterday.
Glands produce?
Just passing data through solves the problem. So I generally don't want these helper functions to have data access, and they really don't. What they have is the ability to talk to the data module. The data module controls all the back and forth. FTMFW for sure. So just by passing data through, we were able to solve that. That's going to be a tool in our tool belt going forward. I think that makes things a whole lot cleaner, because now in my question intent, I need this piece here, because this could vary greatly. I don't always want a random question. Sometimes I want a very specific question. So I can make the call here, get the question that I want, and then call build question and just pass whatever question I selected through. Sometimes it'll be random, but in a quiz format, I've predetermined what the questions are going to be for you. So it's not actually random. It's going to be the question. All right, this is pretty awesome. Oh my goodness. Rick, you did it. Rick, you did it. I will use this photo, but I want you to know that, in fact, a straight-on photo works better, but we're going to do this. For those of you that don't know, we have on our Twitch, I'll just go to the Twitch page. We'll pause this video. Down here below, we have all this fun stuff, including stuff about our Discord, the scholarship that all the money that this channel makes goes to, stuff about me, whatever. We have this wall of fame. Have you guys seen this wall of fame? This picture was taken quite a while ago. You can see it looks pretty different from the stuff that's behind me now. This was before I had lights installed even. But if you look closely, you can see that we have all sorts of people that have become regulars on this channel. Trade Last is here. We've got Gold Zulu. We've got Urban Blaster. I haven't seen him in a little while. There's me as Bob Ross on the Bob Ross Pop. We've got all sorts of cool people. Select is up there. Ice Cream is on here. So this is our wall of fame. We took this still shot. Mr. Smoofy's here. Kevin Evans is here. All of you get to pick which character you want to be on. And so my first question for you is, Rick Bosch, what character do you want to be on? I don't think I'm going to be able to do it here. And the reason for that is actually because this isn't the machine that I have Photoshop on. So for me to effectively trim out your head and put it on a character, I won't be able to do that. But what I will do is save the image that you gave me. I will. So let me take that right now. Take your image, and I'm gonna send myself a message. Where should I do that so that I don't forget? Send myself an email with a link to your image so that I have it permanently. Send Jeff an email. I want to make sure I get your name right. Rick VD Bosch. Rick VD BOSCH. And I have your image. Okay, so that's been sent. That is in my inbox. Oh, Rick has a second image he'd prefer. Oh, that's so much better. Yeah, okay. So I'll save that one too. So we'll take this, we'll reply, we'll save it in my email. That is in my email. So now the big important question is, what character do you want to be on? I'll zoom out a little bit, but if there is I don't need to keep this up. You guys can find this right there on the screen. But I need to know of the characters that are in this image, not the ones that are behind me here, because they change regularly. Tell me what character you want your head to be on, and I will make it happen. And you can even include Mickey Mouse if you want to be on the Mickey Mouse clock that isn't here anymore. We can do that. We get rid of Mickey Mouse for more lights. So yeah, let me know where you want it to be, and then I'll take care of it a little later today. Because I have to wrap up here really quickly, because I've got stuff, I got things, meetings, people to talk to, all sorts of videos that I've been working on. Goodness, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, so anyway, we are now to a point where I can get rid of these two lines, and now we have this build question function that I pass the name of the category, the question I want, and data, and it does the rest for me. I like this. I like this a lot. Okay, we slayed the beast of circular references with a little dependency injection. So that's something. That is something. All right. Well, I hate to knock this too short, because I do love being on here and talking with all of you, but things to do, places to go, people to see, and because of that, I have to wrap things up. So we're gonna go find a raid. Maybe we'll find somebody at a different time than normal. No, it's the same crowd all the time. Well, we'll go see Beginbot. We'll go see what he's doing. He's always building cool stuff. The guy has an entire world of adventure going on his channel. So I always enjoy tuning in. Okay, here we go. We are going to raid. Thank you guys all for tuning in for this relatively short session today. I'll be back again tomorrow. Don't forget, the Alexa India event is tomorrow morning at, I believe, 8:30 Eastern. So I'll be doing that. I'll be giving a presentation on the future of AI and voice and all that. It's only about 25 minutes, but if you guys want to tune in for that, please do. And otherwise, I will see you on Thursday. Laters.